Hi guys, and welcome back to Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. We're going to continue on where we left off last. That was in the inn room. We just talked to Funny Bones, and we are trying to figure out where to go from here. Um... The heck? That's weird. There's something wrong with the game. Okay, there's something wrong. I can't click on anything. It changes to different, Okay, there we go.
Unlock.
It was, just cycling between the icons. What did I do last year? Anybody remember? Okay, so we are going to... I guess we're just gonna... Give me 1 second, I wanna... see where I left off. And of course, it's wigging out. Anyway. I was trying to look at my other stream to see what I did real fast. I think I was hanging out with Alishi for a while. Okay, let's look at the time. That's the important part. Did I already talk to Domovoy? I think I did. So fuck it. Let's just move on.
You unlock.
Rest for the night. Let's just reset it and move forward. I got confused because that's why I don't like stopping in the middle of games like this. Dude, something wrong with my cat. There we go. Somebody moved it. I wonder.
After.
Wait. Is it daytime? Okay, it's freaking daytime. What am I doing? Just leave. Oh, what's going on here?
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere for crying out loud.
Yeah, except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat.
Ooh.
It was a full moon outside last night. I'm telling ya.
Yeah, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
Ooh, damn. Okay. Somebody's bad-mouthing me somewhere.
You say, hello, to the group.
Ah, the stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we...
Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing.
But we already have Igor's murderer.
We have a gypsy, that is all.
But you know that all gypsies are werewolves.
I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing, and all else is in your imaginations.
You ask if you can help in the investigation.
After all, you are a bona fide hero.
We already have the murderer.
We ourselves have solved this.
We are the heroes here.
Jesus, these guys are ready to burn him at
Look,
stake.
if you can prove one way or another what happened to Igor, I would be glad of it. I do not like blaming someone for a crime that may not even have been committed.
Well, let's find out what happened to Igor here.
A gypsy was found right outside the town gates. We brought him here for questioning.
Why don't you have a bake sale, pal, and send away for a clue? Everyone knows that gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, little Igor was somebody's Big Mac, and you want us to just go home?
Big Mac?
That werewolf is a danger to us all. Think of our families and our mistresses.
What?
Do you think I would endanger the town by allowing him to escape? The gypsy is securely locked up. He will not get away.
Ooh, I'm having a nasty cough, guys.
Werewolves
Excuse
are
me.
mere peasant tales.
Not really.
You want to see a peasant tale, pal? Look, we all know that werewolves are real.
Yeah, I saw the movie. They turn into wolves by the full moon.
They are harmed only by silver in wolf form.
They're allergic to wolfsbane.
There's a poem about it, okay? Even a man who's pure in heart.
And says his prayers by night.
Enough! Enough! It is all hearsay and speculation.
May become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms.
Oh, that's beautiful. And the autumn moon is bright.
Or so the charming legend says.
Yeah, I got a bit of a cold, guys, so you might see me wig out a little bit throughout this playthrough.
I am trying to do the job to which I was appointed. I am trying to make certain that justice...
Justice. Justice schmustice, Einstein. Was it justice that little Igor was murdered and wound up the blue plate special?
Jesus.
Yeah, the murderer was caught, and I want to hit him. Let the punishment begin.
Right. Dan will have justice.
Am I the Burgomaster or am I not? I have said all that there is to be said about this subject. The gravedigger was missing last night.
And we matriculated on down to the cemetery to search, see?
Yeah, but we didn't have far to go. Just outside town, we caught ourselves a werewolf.
Yeah, but we found no trace of poor old Igor.
Enough! Igor is missing. We do not know what happened to him.
What's going on?
It is none of your...
Perfect. The gravedigger Igor's been killed.
And we captured a werewolf.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Go home. Just go home, all of you. You do not know the truth yet.
We're gonna make the little gypsy tell the truth, don't you worry.
Yeah, let's see how much lying he does after we take his teeth out by hand.
Dimitri, dude, listen, we...
No, you listen, all of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please.
I swear, these three guys, it sounds like Robin Williams freaking, like, voiced them all, because he does all those voices. Like that Christian Slater voice and the Jack Nicholson voice and the other guy. Yeah.
Hold it, Slick. Don't you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf.
Yeah, when he's sunbathing at night, you know? It's the full moon that does it.
Oh, okay.
Listen, the werewolf eats children, which don't make him all bad.
What?
Igor was not a child.
Hey, Yuri's daughter was eaten by one, huh?
What?
No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten.
What else could have happened? I mean, we have the werewolf that did...
It'll break out of your little trick-or-treat jail and eat us all.
Trick or treat, Dale?
Hans, not one word about Tanya eaten by a werewolf will you make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again.
Well, I tell you what, you suit yourself, pal. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf!
They did way too much ad-lib on this.
The gravedigger's missing!
I mean, we looked everywhere. He's usually under my wife's bed.
What?
We even tried to talk to that quack Dr. Cranium.
That ridiculous doorbell!
At first, we thought he might be lost.
Then we found the gypsy.
The gypsy did it. He toasted
Yeah.
Igor.
He toasted Igor.
Yeah, and then he ate him. Check his breath. It smells like Igor.
Poor Igor.
I'm telling you, gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, gypsies are all tramps and thieves.
Gypsies cannot be trusted.
I think we're fixing to have one less gypsy around here.
Okay. Let's go and talk to this gypsy.
The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor. Come to look at the prisoner, or just to talk some more? You can talk to the gypsy yourself. He hasn't said much to anyone. Sometimes I think Mordavia is cursed. We live with so much real and present danger that we start to imagine things and overreact. Just because some folks find a gypsy when Igor is missing, they blame the gypsy. Now everyone in town thinks the gypsy is a raving werewolf out to eat us all. They act like frightened fools. Sometimes I think... I'm not certain what to do. I don't think that the gypsy had anything to do with Igor, but unless there is some real proof, the gypsy will burn. I can't leave the gypsy here by himself, yet someone needs to find out about Igor. Everyone else in town just assumes the gypsy is guilty. Igor is missing, and the townspeople seem sure that this gypsy is the cause. I am not so sure myself, but there's very little I can do until Igor is found.
The gypsy looks at you with disdain. The gypsy spits in your general direction. The gypsy glares at you in sullen silence. You tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone.
The gypsy... It doesn't say anything.
It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him.
Yeah, I'll look for Igor. Igor lost.
Calm down, everyone. Give me a little more time.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, Gandhi, but we have waited long enough.
Yeah, he's right. I got first dibs. That gypsy's gonna pay.
That gypsy's gonna make Joan of Arc look like a piker. He's gonna burn at the stake.
What the fuck, man?
Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you shall have your burning.
Have you heard? Igor the Gravedigger is missing. They say the gypsy did it. We may have a werewolf on a stake soon.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing.
And we... What? The gypsy was right outside town. The very nerve of some people. No sooner did it eat for Igor than it went off looking for someone else to chew on. Everyone knows all gypsies are werewolves. I
the hell?
don't know how I'll sleep with that beast so close. We should burn him as quickly as possible. And I told Dimitri that. Otherwise, who knows what will happen when that gypsy gets loose? We'll all be eaten. Igor didn't return to town the other night. Poor man. Something dreadful happened to him. Eaten alive, more's the pity. As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
Yeah, they're gonna start happening. Ignore that. Well, let's look at the most logical place he would have been. He would have been the last place he would have been. You move us so slow.
You hear a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below. This headstone does not have an epitaph, yet. How about that old one? Death is just nature's way of telling you to slow down. The headstone has fallen over the open grave, covering it. You fail to budge the heavy gravestone. It will take more strength than you've got to move this, or better leverage.
You can't.
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave!
Bye-bye, Hunchback Man. Take care now. I'm glad I saved your life. Ugh. Alright, going this way. Go back and talk to Burgermeister. It's that time of day already?
The gypsy is gone. Welcome back. I suppose you've heard all the latest news by now.
What latest news?
The gypsy is no longer my prisoner. Good riddance. I would not have enjoyed burning him at the stake. I'm just glad this whole thing is over. I hope this is the last of people disappearing mysteriously around here. The townspeople are foolish sometimes. They want easy answers instead of difficult solutions.
You are in the Burgermeister. In such a small...
Farewell, and thank you for helping Igor. I did not believe the gypsy was guilty, and I did not want to burn him at the stake.
Oh, there we go. Go visit the Lishi, shall we? I could go visit Bonehead too if I want. Did some weird rendering lag.
Hello.
Creepy little thing. I got this down packed. Oh, maybe not.
You straighten up.
10 and 12 make 22. This killer plant will crawl to you. Hungry, hunting, seeking food. A berry bush with an attitude?
You say goodbye to the creep.
Huh. Where do I get the answer to that? I know what it is because I ran into it and I got the berries in my
Nothing.
inventory. But I guess you have to read something on it. Maybe I have to go to the Adventures Guild and read more. And read the info from the what was it? There's like this book, right, that talks about it if you look at it. No, because it tells me just to refer to the in box one that you get with the game. Well, let's look again. No one really talks about that bush.
Igor, very glad not to still be in grave. You Igor's friend now.
I don't know if that's such a good thing. No, rumor.
Good to see you.
To tell Igor the townspeople were worried while he was gone.
People miss Igor? You tell Igor rumor? Igor now morgue happy than ever. Morgue happy, get it? Little graveyard humor there.
You tell Igor how you figured out he was stuck in the grave.
Lucky for Igor, you persistent hero. Igor not give crypt key to strangers. You not stranger. Igor give crypt key to you.
Oh, I already opened it.
Grave accident? Little graveyard humor there. That good one. I like it. Igor carve headstone near grave. Igor fall in grave. Gravestone fall on grave. Igor not get out until you get him out of grave. Igor in grave danger. Little graveyard humor there.
Oh, God.
Staff been in town long time. Dimitri's grandfather brought Staff to town. People say Doctor mad. Doctor not mad. Doctor just crazy. Oh, people not like gypsies. People think gypsies steal things. People think gypsies eat people. People think gypsies not normal like Igor.
Yeah, I really have to talk to Dr. Cranium one of these times. I think I know how I'm supposed to do it. I think I have to talk to Baba Yaga.
There are a number of books. Which book do you... As you scan through Hero, there are a series of articles. The chapter on fauna describes
Nah, it doesn't talk about
in
it.
the forest lives the leaf. You learn about the result. You could really learn...
No, yeah, it doesn't tell me. I think I know how to do it. You know, hold on. Let's do the Dr. Kramer thing. Oh shit. I hate that doorbell. Oh fuck, that's right. This is where it gets kind of ugly. Oh shoot, you know what? It's gonna ask me for the copy protection. Let me see if I can find it online. Okay, so I have it. If I need it, it's right there. Yeah, when you talk to Dr. Cranium, it actually, oh. Okay, that's something. Oh, I don't know what that is.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
Fuck. Oh shit. Fucking puzzle. Hold on. I'm confused. No point of reference, so this makes it kind of difficult. Looks like a keyhole, right? Oh, this isn't anywhere near what it's supposed to be. Hold on.
The door remains securely locked.
That thing blowing over. Okay. Oh, you can rotate it? Shit, that changes a lot. take me a while, guys. I think I used to be good at these. Oh, that's what it's supposed to look like? This is terrible. What? Oh, okay, I'm looking at this wrong. Ah, I'm getting there, I'm getting there.
You've uncovered a keyhole, but you don't have the
Oh, that
proper
was
key
annoying.
to open this door. You faintly hear a voice say, behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze. You hear something bouncing around behind the door. A lot of somethings.
Oh shit, not these things. Antwerps! Oh man, come on.
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's start by identifying your animal, okay? Is it alive? Yes. Is it fast? Yes. Is it vicious? Yes. Run away and let it catch you. What? Alive? Yes. Is it fast? Yes. Is it vicious? No. Is it silly? Yes. No. Nope. Yes. No. Bouncing baby Antwerps are avid avocado eaters. What is that?
This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor.
Oh, it's a trap.
I wonder if that stands for something. Be careful, it might be a trap.
Avocado? I try my sandwich.
You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway. The trap starts working. You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
Am I supposed to use this?
This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Oh, sheesh. One of those types of deal. This was a big game back in the 90s. Doing this with a ball. Good at games like this. Oh crap, I screwed up.
The Antwerp has found a hole in the space-time continuum and slipped back to the beginning of the maze.
Okay, so I need to go. Okay, I got it.
And
okay. Yeah, let's see here. Not that way. I think I have to do it quickly before he falls into the hole, and that's hard. Oh,
The Antwerp has found a hole in the space-time continuum.
no.
The Antwerp... You stra- This is the Ant...
Oh,
Antwerp
darn
is-
it, I had it too. You know what, screw this.
Time the maze rotations, so the...
I think you can just skip it too if you want to.
The Antwerp...
Screw it.
If the Antwerp is... Watch out for the hole. If you're still having trouble and are in medium or hard skill setting, change your skill level setting in the control panel, and then you deftly maneuver the
I don't
baby
feel like
Antwerp
doing
to
this.
the key, then to the maze exit.
Sorry guys, I had to cop out there because fuck that. I just don't have the dexterity for it. I don't want you guys watching me do that all stream.
Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
You explained to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued. My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Moldavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium. Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
Oh, so he knows. Okay.
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
Healing potions.
Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Oh, that's the copy protection right there. Let's take a look here. It's pizza, water, water, earth, earth.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Poison cure.
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Oh, great. I want to get these out of the way so I don't have to worry about it later. Wind, wind, water, wind, water.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
We have.
You ask Dr. Cranium.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart. Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, still, I had...
You ask, Dr.
Of course! Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Afterwards, have a pizza?
Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas. A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil.
Pizza.
Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work. Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work.
Igor's business?
Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not.
The cemetery.
The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
The fluid.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
Laboratory.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
Dead to life.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back quite the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
Perfect tea.
The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
There we go, rehydration solution. Come on, where is it?
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results.
Lab equipment.
I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Mad scientist.
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad. Ah, unfortunately,
That's okay.
It does. You introduce.
I should be most interested.
Huh, I guess I have to.
Come back and visit. Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still...
He mentioned the rehydration solution, which I need for the Domo board. I'm gonna go and collect some. I think I need to catalyst it. In other words, I need to go and collect something and. Okay, there we go. Try to.
You fill your fl.
I probably need to wait till I get to know Dr. Cranium a little better. But let me go check and see.
Bad place.
Yeah, whatever. Go back to your rock carving.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. You can't budge it. If you want to do anything with the sculpture, you'll have to do it here. You think you see a momentary stirring of life in the dehydrated creature, then it subsides. You'll need a more intensive form of liquid to restore it to normalcy.
Okay, so it didn't work. I gotta talk to Dr. Cranium. Maybe I
You
can.
retrieve the...
I hate this part. I have to go back through this freaking. I hate that because I have a real bad memory. So it's hard to do that sort of thing.
Most of the townspeople here live their lives in constant fear and ignorance. My dream is that someday, through the miracle of science, everyone will learn to read, write, and solve simple differential equations. I... Oh, no thanks. I have to watch my weight. I'm making a study of it.
You explain...
Oh, none.
You in...
I should be more...
Okay, I guess I gotta wait a day or something.
Should you ever visit...
You ever visit Samaria and go to the university? I kind of skipped that, but you do visit the 5th game. Let's talk to Bonehead. Piss off, Leishy. Don't have time for your shit. Worst Swiss system of combat ever.
The bush does...
You know, if you keep going on doing all that hero stuff, you're gonna wind up with the goody two-shoes blues. You know, black and blue and dead all over. So, what are you here for besides my scintillating conversation? When I mentioned that you had visited the last time, she didn't exactly get out the welcome mat, if you know what I mean. But once she got over a temper tantrum, though, she got that smile on her face.
Uh-oh.
I'd expect a warm greeting when you get in the hut. Like, you know, maybe you stewing in her cauldron. I was getting kind of bored hanging out here until you showed up. Now I'm dying, so to speak, to find out what happens when you and Baba meet again. Did I mention before that the hut's been kind of flighty lately? I think it's molting. They're just the guards. Nothing inside their skulls but some magic. Not exactly brilliant conversationalists like myself. Baba Yaga came from a place a bit to the east of here, but she always had a soft spot for this little valley. Said there was a lot of dark magic about this place, so she thought she'd spend the winter here before moving back home. You don't know much, do you? Lots of weird magic leaks out of the Dark One's cave west of here. That's why there's so many strange things around here, present company included.
Dark One.
Hey, read some history books. This valley was famous because some cult tried to summon a Dark One here. That's plenty bad juju, even by Baba Yaga standards. Dark Ones live in some sort of other dimension. They feed off energy, any kind of energy. They more or less sweat dark magic, which twists and mutates things around them. I love it. That's why Baba Yaga feels so at home here. Just enough dark magic to make life interesting, and no real Dark One to make things too dangerous.
Homeland.
We come originally from Mother Sariya. You know, big place to the east of here. When Baba got the yen to get away, we moved to Spielberg, and you know what happened there. So we came here. What, you mean that mortar over there? That's Baba Yaga's personal magic mortar. It's kind of like a flying rowboat. She uses the pestle for an oar. Hey, don't get any wild ideas about flying around in it. The only thing you could use it for is grinding things. The magic is Baba Yaga's specialty.
In the folklore, Baba Yaga does fly around inside either a cauldron or a mortar or pestle.
Don't say I didn't warn you, buddy. I was getting kind of bored hanging out here until you... They're just the guards. Nothing inside their skulls but some magic. Not exactly brilliant conversationalists like myself. When I mentioned I'd expect a warm... So long, sucker.
I don't know how to get...
So, have you got an excuse for being here, or have you just come to keep me company, or what?
I guess
Yeah, those other skulls don't have much to say, do they? Yeah, those other...
It doesn't say... It... It's a... instant sensory overload. Several of the skulls are magical, particularly the ones with the glowing eyes, and the hut itself is artifact-level magic. You know, the kind for which wizards go around challenging each other to magical duels.
I guess I gotta wait. Let's talk to Boris. We all know who he is now.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgov. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Moldavia.
Talk about Olga.
You tell Boris what Olga said about him. He blushes.
Olga was always opinionated. I grew tired of listening to her complain about me all the time. My wife has been gone for many years now. I do not know if anyone at the castle is named Katrina. My house is just inside the gates, and I seldom see anyone from the castle. I am very sorry, but I can only open this gate by the command of the master. The master seldom leaves the castle and has few guests. Since the last boyar passed away many years ago, the castle has been uninhabited until recently. Now it is owned by the master, who is also my employer. It is not a bad job. I am paid well and on time.
What if I give him one of these sandwiches? Olga said he likes them.
You hand one of your sandwiches over to the gatekeeper.
An avocado and garlic sandwich? Why, I haven't had one of those for years. You are most kind, but I fear that it would make me homesick. You have been very lucky so far in Moldavia. May you never meet something you cannot handle. Be careful in your travels. You never know what you may meet.
Yeah.
This heavy gate blocks access to the castle road. The gate makes you wait.
Good luck, and may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
Huh. What time of day is it right now? Almost nightfall.
Ah, so you are back.
You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic. You unlock the door to your room. After 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 some you unlock after s-
Let's try now. See if the Domo Boy has anything to say to me. Whoa, what?
you unlock
Oh, you know who I could talk to?
a voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Gets you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice of you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it?
No.
Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
You tell about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away. I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye. What's the matter? You a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged. A phoebe of a fool. A dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak.
Okay, let's ask about this curse.
Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues.
Baba Yaga.
She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. Putin Fontaine. Ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course.
Okay, he's a funny man.
Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct. Punny, you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately. This place is really dead, you know? I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks, huh? Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy. What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before, or you, for that matter. Nice to see a friendly face around here. Catch you later, Dud. So I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall? Late for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
After you unlock it,
Okay, let's see if the double boy is there. God, what the heck? These guys are staying awake all...
after you
Okay. It's nearly midnight, and yet these people are still...
after you're getting
Okay.
you want
That's...
this door. You hear the sound. Nobody on. It doesn't. This cabinet contains some extra plates, glass. You've never seen such.
Okay, let's get out the other way then.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. It's too dangerous.
Okay, levitate out.
You open the window.
See if Katrina's out there.
The massive.
Or not. Must be somewhere. Try to remember, does she show up at the gate?
The heavy gate blocks at. The heavy gate blocks.
Okay, save it because this is dangerous here. At night. I might have Necrotar food. Alright, let's see here. Fuck you. I ain't fighting anything right now.
You feel a chill go.
Oh, hell no. Those things drain your life force until you get the specific spell. Where is Arana's piece at? Oh. Oh shit, fuck that. Run! Run!
You feel a chill go through.
One of those damn freaking cult creatures. Okay, nothing with that fountain. That's not here. I must wait till much later before that happens.
You take a drink of the cool water. It tastes like wild strawberries.
go wander around.
You feel a chill.
Okay, don't wander there.
There's something strange about this bush. Maybe it's the eyes. Oh, you feel a chill.
Yeah, I'm going in circles here. Trying to remember where,
You feel a chill go.
Oh, there we go.
The heavy odor of decay. The heavy. You see a floating, coruscating ball of light. You say hello to the will-o-wisps. The will-o-wisps ignore you.
What was this saying about will-o-wisps? They were the souls of dead children, and that's what I need for making something appear. I wonder if candy will attract them.
You just lose the candy in the... You carefully place some of the candy on the ground. You capture a few of the will-o-wisps in a flask.
That worked. Like bugs in a jar. Was it here or was it up there somewhere? He said something about a statue, but this is the only squid statue I can think of.
When you bring the will-o-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a six-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone. It feels strangely squishy.
Maybe I'm supposed to use this on it.
When you touch the Dark One sign to its image on the squid stone, the sign locks into place in the small hole. The points of the sign seem to point to 6 of the glowing runes.
Oh, great. V. O. O.
As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep. Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign.
Yeah, you could figure that out from the, what do they call that? Where did those guys go? That's fucked up. Oh, they're gone. Oh, it's right here.
You release the will-o-wisps back into the swamp. No one...
You can figure that out at the monastery. I remember the image. At the starting point. Save it. What's next? Burn, bitch.
find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead.
Let's have another dream about Arana.
You float gently in this ocean of harmony. You remember the happiness of being here before this. Now there is greater joy. You are not alone. You are filled with the warmth of friendship. You share your hopes, your dreams, all the best moments of your life, knowing that here is someone who understands and cares about you. You reach out to touch your friend, but there is no one there. You are all alone.
That was just creepy.
You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory.
The werewolf threat has ended. Since you have found and rescued Igor, I have released our gypsy prisoner. It seems he was not a werewolf after all. All the peasant fears were for nothing.
You say hello.
You are a very polite person. Perhaps I should learn some manners from you for dealing with strangers.
You tell the Burgermeister about how much you want to be a hero.
I am beginning to think that you must be quite a hero already. The gypsy has no doubt returned home to his people. They have an encampment to the east. I will be able to get a real night's sleep for once. I do not have to worry that the prisoner will be harmed or that he will escape now. The people of this town will settle down again. They cried so loudly for blood because they are tired of living so long in the shadow of fear. There is a rumor that perhaps I was mistaken in trying to drive you away from Mordavia, that perhaps you are the hero you claim to be. But you know how rumors are. You cannot always trust what you hear.
Oh, let's talk to Dr. Cranium again. Hate this freaking doorbell.
That...
Are you fucking kidding me? Damn it! Oh, I hate that shit. You better... This fucker better have what I need.
Ah, you're just in time to witness a magnificent scientific experiment. I have managed to harness the very primal force of lightning at my beck and call. Now I shall use it to create life itself. Watch this.
What are you doing? Oh.
That was not quite the experimental result I expected. But never mind that. It is merely a momentary setback in the annals of science. I shall readjust the magnetic electrical stimulation system and try again another day.
You say hello to the scientist.
It is good to see you again. I trust the Antwerps gave you no trouble?
You start to tell Dr. Cranium about yourself and your adventures, but he quickly interrupts.
But there is nothing so adventurous as pursuing a career in science. Did you know, for instance, that simple scientific principles can be applied to the creation of potions for healing and curing poison?
You tell Dr. Cranium about your first adventures in the Spielberg Valley. He seems vaguely interested in your tales of the Baron and his children, but his eyes positively light up when you mention the Antwerp.
Ah, so you are the Spielberg hero. I went there on an Antwerp gathering expedition a few months ago. The people there are still talking about your adventures.
You continue by telling Dr. Cranium of your encounters with the eccentric wizard Erasmus, the deadly kobold magic user, and the ogress Baba Yaga.
Turned her into a frog? Oh, such poppycock. There is a perfectly straightforward scientific explanation for all of those events. There is no such thing as magic. Oh, I have been better. The failure of my MESS was a shocking experience, I can tell you. Understanding and harnessing the power of nature is just one aspect of science. By observing and performing experiments based on the observations, the science...
I've already talked about that.
Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Sip it if you get hurt, and its beneficial vitamins and other ingredients will help your body to recover quickly. Here you are, one freshly brewed universal poison antidote.
You ask Dr.
Of course, of course. If you want to improve your stamina, then you should... Oh, this is a sad, ignorant land where everyone seems to think more of magic than of science. Still, it is a good place for a scientist to work. There are many fascinating monsters to study, and I can get all the dead bodies I need.
Damn. Gross.
Antwerps are a truly fascinating species. They reproduce by splitting into a number of tiny Antwerps, each with their own genetic code. They cannot split voluntarily, however. They only reproduce when cut or stabbed. My test Antwerps came from Spielberg Valley, where there was an Antwerp population explosion last spring. I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experimental use. I am convinced that the primal force of life is electrical in nature. Of course, it must also involve water for life, and pizza, without which life would be boring.
That didn't do it.
What am I supposed to do?
You say
Oh, it is always a pleasure.
a contraption looking nothing quite so much as a giant ray gun points towards the operating table. Now wait just a second. There's no such thing as a ray gun in Mordavia, is there?
I guess I gotta wait.
Even mad science...
Perhaps I should wait a day or two before resuming my Frankie experiment. It is very important that the right person stay in charge here.
How many? How are my rations? 3.
Igor come back to town after dark the other night. See strange, pretty woman standing near gate. She look like she looking for someone. Igor go up to pretty woman. Igor say, "Hey, baby, want to light my fire?" Little graveyard humor there. She not have sense of humor. She give Igor cold shudder and walk off. Igor in love. Or at least reasonable facsimile.
I should say that to some chick. Hey, baby, you want to light my fire? No, that's alright. How do I freaking rehydrate the stupid freaking Domovoy?
But
Shut up, Igor. You push. You can't but. You sense a low level of magic all around you, as if many arcane and unpleasant activities had occurred here in the past. The hexapodal wall decoration above the fireplace is actually an enchanted creature, and extremely powerful magic radiates from an object in the display case. This is a fairly attractive. You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. It just sort of. You strike a. This is a fairly attractive, in a baroque way. You can't open it.
In the display case, so.
This is not. You strike a mighty hammer blow at the glass case. It just sort of. Watch where you. This is not. It's too heavy for your spell to work. You didn't met. You can't open it. You can't. This is not a good place. You think you see a momentary stirring of life in the dehydrated creature. You strike a mighty hammer blow. You strike a mighty. That didn't do it.
Juggling lights! Don't do dick. Oh, man. Oh, we all know that I'm not strong enough to break it, right? And the double boy won't come... Wait, you say something? Didn't mean the double boy.
You sense a low level of magic all around you, as if many arcane and unpleasant activities had occurred here in the past. The hexapodal wall decoration above the fireplace is actually an enchanted creature, and extremely powerful magic radiates from an object in the display case.
And my allergies starting to blare. I think I have a cold or something, but I'm not 100% sure. Or a combination of the two. Can't break it,
Watch
right?
where you... What? You strike a mighty hammer blow at the door. You strike... It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless you like cats, well, you might call it a hexapus. You strike a mighty... You strike a mighty... A long wooden table attests to a time when this room was used to double as a communal dining room for the monks.
You can't. You can't.
Weird. Guess I can't do that.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the hectopus can react.
Let's think of some other thing I could do. Let's go talk to the gypsy. Now that I think I can talk to him, right?
Greetings and welcome to our camp. You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now. I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, you are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life.
Damn straight.
You also entered fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies owe you for our baby, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller. I will teach you a spell. It will protect you against the dead that rise again. I think you will find this most useful in your questings.
Oh.
Gypsy fortune teller touches your head briefly. Magic flows through you. Now you know the aura spell.
Now, let us learn more of you. Why have you come here, and what do you seek?
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you Gorgios.
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
We We are the roving people,
Weird
the
how-
chinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel. We are the creatures of the night, shapeshifters, skin changers. We are man or beast by our own will, to run on four legs, to howl at the moon, to chase the terrified prey through the hills. This is what it is to be truly alive. Oh, the legend of the werewolf is but a folk tale. We change our shape when we choose, not because the moon is in some silly phase. We are the beast with the mind of a man, and a man with the mind of a beast. It is not normally our way to speak so freely to outsiders. So why do I say so much to you? Because you need to know we are not your enemies. You have too many questions that cannot be answered, and your ignorance may be your doom. There is much to you. Your actions to come will affect us all. Do not doubt it. Therefore, I will speak honestly and openly on what I can. Now, I can see by your eyes that our future is linked to you, for weal or woe. This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to the mystical ways. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh. There are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels.
Miranda.
Irana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there. It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm.
Dark ones.
There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters. I have been gifted by true sight and foreknowledge. These are gifts with knife edges. Oh, I have seen my own death, and knew my true love's death the day I met him. Still, it is most useful. I will read your fortune in the cards, if you wish. You have only to cross my palm with silver. So much for the legends about werewolves, huh? Or at least a coin of value. But I warn you, no future is fixed. What the cards show of the future can happen, but only if you take the actions to create this future. And it is not easy to determine what those actions are, dear. Such is life.
Baba Yaga?
There are many legends about that ogress. We gypsies avoid her when we can. She is dangerous to enemies, and she takes offense easily. She has her hut to the south. There is some sort of magic hiding the pathway there. Her only weakness is her love of food. Be careful if you need to approach her.
Tell about the gnome.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south. But the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier.
How about the scary dream?
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
Tell about yourself.
You tell about how you got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is best not to speak of that cave. Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose. Most interesting.
Tell the gypsies your name.
We are honored to know your name.
It is a good name, a strong name. You bear it well.
Do I have to give her money?
Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card.
The magician.
The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This card represents one of great skills and will. This is a person of great imagination and creativity, tempered by self-knowledge and control. This is the card of the Magus, the card of occult knowledge and power. Oh, this card clearly represents you, and therefore, this reading is about you. The cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past, which is relevant to the here and now.
The High Priestess. Who the hell?
This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual.
Five of coins.
The
Four
Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card. something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present.
King of coins.
This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card that we may learn more of this person.
It's fucking creepy. The devil.
The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who will bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence.
Queen of Cups.
Ah, the Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person.
The Star.
The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future.
Queen of Swords.
Ah, the Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet she has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will
The
tell
heck?
us
Who the hell
more
is that?
about her.
I can guess about who the hell these are about, but... The Fool? Or no.
The
Ugh.
moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you. The Void. About this card, I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time. Make what you will of your fortune. I will speak no more of it.
We gypsies are not werewolves. We are shape-shifters. We take on the form of wolves for hunting. You can call me Davy. Names are very important. Davy is my name to outsiders. I also have a gypsy name and a true name. True names are not given lightly. Gypsies never ask others for their names. Never say your true name. Never speak the true name of another. To say another's true name aloud gives you power over him, if you are indeed more powerful. Otherwise, it gives him power over you. We are roving traders. Our home is our wagon and campfire. We would have left this valley long ago if the flooding had not washed away the road and filled the mountain pass with swamp. The road from the town used to lead to the pass to the southwest. That was the only way in and out of this valley. The swamp is an ill place, and we gypsies stay far from it. I was borrowing some corn from the corn stalks outside the town when the burgomeister and some townsmen came from the gate. I moved behind the corn stalks to stay out of their way. They looked to be heading to the graveyard. Then one of them pointed at me and shouted, and suddenly they all grabbed me. I had no chance to run. I had no idea what was going on. I knew gypsies were disliked in the village, but I did not know we were so feared.
You say goodbye.
Ah, you weary of talk. Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Come, is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
Ooh, that was just creepy.
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
You haunt my dreams at night. You are like one of my own children, in that I see images of your life before me. Last night, I saw you approach a building of great darkness. Things reached for you in the doorway, yet you moved to the door. You held something in your hand and touched it to the door. It opened, and you stepped inside. It was dark inside the building, cold and dangerous. You stepped towards a cabinet. You took something from your backpack and poured it upon an object there. I felt as if something good was happening, and then the vision faded. I do not understand what this means. It is not the future.
That's what I've been trying to trigger.
It is only something that might come to pass.
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived the most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave. I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have only to give me a crown, and I will give you a reading, huh? I am the leader of this pack, and I wish I could lead them from this valley. I have had troubled dreams of late, and the game is getting scarce in this area. Many are the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the Wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires.
Rusalki.
The Rusalki are the spirits of drowned maidens. Some are the victims of accidents, and others were the victims of murderers. They retain their physical bodies and try to drown all who approach them. There is said to be a Rusalka in the lake to the east. I have heard tales that a Rusalka may be tamed through kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh no.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed. They refuse to leave behind their possessions, and so haunt the sight of those objects.
Ugh.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things. If a man is drained unto death by a vampire, he will rise from his grave as a revenant, hungering for the taste of human flesh. If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
Okay.
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that his son left the valley in shame and horror. When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
Ah, I am well and happy to see you again, my friend. I have run in this forest for many years, and I know my way around. The forest is a very different place at night. It is a very dangerous place to travel if you are not a wolf. Ah, the one who danced with you upon your last visit? The one who is lovely, lively, and, more than a handful? She is my mate, and we wolves mate for life.
Oh.
last night we were hunting far to the south. I heard a voice call out a command. Bushes here, disappear. The voice had the fur on the nape of my neck up on end, so I did not investigate further. Hunting in Mordavia is always an interesting experience.
So the O-face, dude.
You say goodbye.
Farewell. Perhaps another time I will read your future for a coin, huh?
Fucking Wyvern, go away. You want any of this? Or like, I don't want any of this. Sometimes you have to play the waiting game, which is annoying. Some things don't trigger until later. Oh, crap. Can I just, like...
Dr. Cranium, if your sound is low, watch out for well, that's about all we can... You ring the...
I really don't want to... I have a bad memory, so I can't... I'm not going to mess around with that too much.
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution. Such a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapirian Desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there's the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
Wow.
You say hello to the scientist.
You are always welcome in my laboratory. However, I do wish you would wipe your shoes a little more carefully before entering.
You relate the tale of your journey to Shapir, how you saved 2 cities from the evil vizier Ad-Avis and his elemental minions.
Now you are talking science. The elements are the building blocks of everything in nature. I am sure I have never heard of anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Ad-Avis referred to a dark master here in Mordavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up. I have been feeling a bit dehydrated lately. It is this dry mountain air. Perhaps when I complete my rehydration solution, I can do something about the problem. It is very important to understand... Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink.
Okay, we already know that. Please.
Here you are. Ah, you need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Perhaps you can help.
What is it? Betazine. Hate copy protection. Water. Fire. Water. Earth. Fire.
Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some glue goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution.
You ask
of... I spent some time in Spielberg last summer. Everyone there kept talking about some hero who did some sort of noble deeds there. You would think that they could find more excitement in the modern accomplishments of science. There seemed to be quite an infestation of baby Antwerps there for some reason. I took advantage of the opportunity to capture a number of them in very blunt cages for my experiments. The Baron did not even charge me very much for them.
The reason for that is if you're playing a fighter or a thief, when the Antwerp is in front of that cave that you're supposed to enter, as a fighter or a thief, you can actually kill it, and it blows up into a bunch of babies, like hundreds of them or something like that, or like dozens, I don't know. And that's the reason for like the explosion of baby Antwerps. As a mage, I think you can still do it as a mage too, but I never did it. I just pissed it off, or told it to get out of the way, and then I just walked in the thing, so I didn't bother.
Oh, I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here. Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the Animal Ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form. I have come to the conclusion that fortunately there have been
talked about lightning. Let's see.
The scientist never fails to observe nature. Why, if I had not gone on an observation trip in the forest, I would never have found that garden with all the rare and exotic flora.
Of course.
The forest outside of town is quite a fascinating area. The trees are primarily deciduous with the occasional conifer. A wide variety of fauna inhabits the forest, providing great opportunities for scientific research and occasionally excitement of other kinds. There is a beautiful garden in the forest southeast of town. It contains several varieties of plants and trees that cannot be found anywhere else in this region. I had some fascinating experimental results with the bush I dug up there. Unfortunately, I was not able to keep it alive in captivity.
Rare plants?
There used to be a bush that grew 7 different types of blossoms in the garden. There is still a tree that provides fruit in a very peculiar cycle. There are also many beautiful flowers and plants growing there. I am convinced that the garden must have been intentionally planted, as it contains specimens that are not native to this region. Whoever planted it clearly did not understand the basic tenets of ecology. Fortunately, few of the spores have spread to the wider forest so far.
Alright, that's enough of that.
You say...
Be sure to let me know. Rehydration may prove to be a crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery: instant water.
Instant water. I'm gonna get him the glue, and then I am going to stop. Just for a little while. I have to use the bathroom and eat. But let me go grab that glue, that goo. Sleepy.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
Could I take, I wonder if I could do the other manuscript. Oh, fuck you. Fuck away from me. Fucking wyvern. I can kill them at distance, but no real point to it. Actually, let me do the Domovoid thing, then I'll play it.
Dr.
I'm just not good at that type of thing. Like, remembering, specific patterns.
It is good to see you again. Many adventurers seem to have the unfortunate habit of getting themselves killed between visits. I am glad that you have not yet acquired that habit.
You say
You are always well.
that did...
That is terrific. This is just what I need for my experiments. As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
Looks just like water. Oh, we'll see what happens.
I have been thinking a bit about that castle on the mountain lately. Such a castle might make a wonderful environment for scientific research. Perhaps someday one of my descendants will work in a castle like that.
What, Frankenstein?
One thing you can say about Mordavia is that it is never dull. Be careful out there. Good to see you. I am well, and I hope that you are also. I know only what legends tell of them, undead which drink the blood of the living. We have always had stories of them here. I have never known anyone here to be harmed by a vampire, that we know of for certain. I have not spoken of it before, because I know so little. Still, it is very bad luck to speak of it, and the memories of Mordavia are deep. They worshipped it in the monastery, that much I know. The members of the monastery stayed mostly within its walls, but the townspeople feared them. They said the followers were all like madmen, concealed in robes and speaking in whispers. Then one day they were all gone. We heard of the fighting down by the Dark One's cave, of course. No one returned here except for my grandfather. He brought this staff here and said Irana was dead. That is all I know of the matter. I am sorry if I cannot help you more. Be careful and good luck.
Yeah, Piotr was his grandfather, okay.
The town is quiet now, and the rumors are few, except for the ones about you.
Bad place.
Go away, Igor, stop it. Talk to
You
him.
push...
How'd you pick that shit up? You said it was too heavy.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive. Happy thanks I give you. Careful you should be here. Dangerous berry is. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
I already know what the secret passage.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react. Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment. Ah, so you... This inn used to do a steady business before this swamp prevented traders and tourists from coming. Now we mostly make our money off of food and drink. The castle was once that of the boyar. Now we do not know who lives there. Besides the ones that come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met this shopkeeper. the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai, and that crazy Dr. Cranium. The shopkeeper knows everything that goes on in town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations. The gravedigger is a strange one, though he is a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves. He is a harmless old man who wanders around looking for his dead wife. It must be a shame to grow old all alone. Dr. Cranium came to Mordavia several years before the swamp closed off the pass. No one knows much about him, but no one trusts him. It is rumored that he conducts strange experiments. I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it. I am well, as always.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic.
Usually she sticks around and talks, but I guess not this time. Yeah,
You
specifically
unlock
have
the
to
door
do it.
to your room and go in.
Alright guys, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off for now. I will be back though. I will be back in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go do some things and eat. I'll be right back. So you guys take care. If I don't see you later, peace out. I'll see you next time.